full of mundane podcasts. One show rises from the ashes. Critics are calling it outrageous. Podcasts, as we know it, will never be the same again. Tonight, prepare for an epic journey where every step could be your last. The destination, a place where no maps can show. The mission, to rise above the rest. The danger, unimaginable. The reward, a shit ton of weed and laughs. Going to blow your mind. This is 2B Bloods. So sit back, turn up the volume, grab your weed, get ready to light those bloods.
The show of all shows. It goes down tonight. That's right. In studio, we have the Scott.
Yeah.
Returning from a hiatus, Frank Knox.
Yes, sir.
And of course, your host, the P to the double easy. And this is the moment you've been waiting for. You've been hearing about it for a couple days. The big news tonight. President POTUS Donald Trump is going to be calling in from the White House.
I have to say that's going to be huge.
I spent all week working with our team to try to get both members on air, but it didn't happen. The only one willing to come on was President Trump. So instead of doing a debate, we're going to be doing a 2B Blunt Town Hall. Don't go anywhere. It's going down tonight, 7 p.m. I hear the president, Donald Trump himself, is calling in. That's right. Halloween's only 2 days away. We're going to talk about our favorite Halloween movies. We got the Scott here to give us no selling with the Scott, of course, to give us what's lit and what's the shit in pro wrestling. Frank Knox. We're going to hear what's new in sports. And of course, like I said, the POTUS. The POTUS himself will be here, guaranteed. 7 p.m. call in, guys. Wow. Are you ready?
Dude, I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
Dude, I don't know how you did it, but it sounds like it's going to be fabulous.
It's going to be tremendous. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be incredible.
Huge. It's going to be Trump-mendous.
It's going to be huge. That's right. If you're tuning in, thank you for being here. What up, Ryan? He says, where's the show? The show's right here, bro. The show is right here. Jess says, Peasy's pack. Oh, Peasy's pack. I got a pack, I guess. That's pretty cool.
Peasy's pack, checking in.
Peasy's pack, Dr. Sugar Free.
Peasy's pack.
Peasy's pack, yeah, I like that. We got a big show, guys. We got a big show lined up. We got a lot to cover before 7 o'clock. This is not a joke. This is really happening. I know people probably think that we're bullshitting, right? But I swear to you, it's going down, Knox.
Let's hope, nothing gets in the way of him calling, and then we'll look like we're bullshitting.
It's going down. The president. I'm literally so excited for this. I had the fans give us questions to ask. I got my own notes. I hope you guys got questions.
Oh, yeah.
I sure do.
I guarantee one of Scott's questions is going to relate to a hair match.
It might, I mean.
The Scott's definitely going to ask something wrestling related, for sure. For sure. I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but I thought about this earlier today. I knew it. I said, you know what? The Scott's going to ask him something about WrestleMania.
Hair versus hair.
This is, it's probably what's going to happen,
There's
actually.
Bobby Lashley versus who? Who was Wait, don't tell me. Umanga?
Or do you want to play Stomp the Scott?
Was it Umanga?
It was Bobby Lashley versus Umaga, yes.
And Umanga was Vince. Bobby Lashley was POTUS.
Correct.
The POTUS. I'm dumbfounded. I hope he brings it because we're going to be asking the hard questions. So let's get the show started. Let's not fucking wait any longer. It's time to do what we do best. And that's the ceremonial lighting of the blunt. I got the King Palm right here. That's right. Loaded. King Palm. So I ask you guys, are you ready to get the show started?
Oh, yeah.
I said, Scott, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, baby.
Whoa. Don't spill the beers, bro.
Relax, Scott. Yeah, Scott's excited today. Scott's excited then.
I'm excited. Knox is back, baby.
Me too. But for the three of us in this podcast studio and the hundreds watching live at home on the Facebook, the Twitter, the YouTube, the Twitch. Ooh, let's get ready to smoke it. Tell him, Frank.
And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
That sounds done, Scott. Smoke it.
Scott didn't even know the words last time.
What a letdown that was last week, Scott. You really...
I'm so sorry. I don't know.
And anyways, arguing about chorizo.
Yeah,
You mean chorizo?
He was like, well, man, it's CHORIZO. That's chorizo. It's like, bro, is there an H in chord? No.
That's exactly.
It wasn't big chord.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
We still never got a final answer for this, by the way. I don't know if it's chorizo or chorizo. But what I do know is in this blunt,
It's chorizo.
it's a strain called chorizo.
Is it really?
No, of course not. Of course not. We got ice cream cake, which I had a little bit of last week. I love ice cream cake. It's one of my favorite, not just strains, but actual desserts. Like if it's my birthday, I want ice cream cake.
What kind of ice cream in that cake? Chocolate, coffee, vanilla?
I mean, I'm a coffee lover, coffee ice cream, but I like the basic chocolate with the vanilla frosting and the crunchies.
Oh yeah, the crunchies make it.
I love the crunchies.
Are we talking a Friendlies version or a Carvel version? Because I don't know if there's anything past that.
I would say
Carvel's
something like
fire.
Friendlies, right?
Carvel's the cream of the crop.
Here you go, Frank Knox. Take this, Scott. What are we drinking on this week, bro? What is the beer of the week?
Well, it is spooky season. We are 2 days out from Halloween. So if you look at this beer, if you see the can right there, you see a little face. Apparently this can glows in the dark. I haven't seen it for myself yet.
Really?
But, it'll glow in the dark and you'll see the actual ghost emoji. And that's what this beer is called. It's called Ghost Emoji. Brewed with a lovely blend of Mosaic, Nelson, and Citra, Ghost Emoji is a spooky double IPA with a complex assortment of flavor featuring notes of overripe melon, grassy citrus, dank blueberries, and tropical fruit. All right? And, it's allows the fruity flavors and aromas to pop forward without the woody bitterness that comes through with overhopping. And I'm gonna say
overhopping.
I'm not done with it yet, but I'm gonna give it, as of right now, I'd say a 3.75.
Wow, that's low for a treehouse.
And it is
beer.
a treehouse beer, yeah.
Wow.
3.75. I didn't expect to hear anything under 4.
I was shocked that
I have
Scott
a lot
brought
of
that
fours,
that
but-
whack pumpkin 3.25, or was it a 2.75? Last week's beer of the week.
I don't remember, but that one was pretty smooth.
I didn't.
You gave it a real low score.
I didn't really care
that.
for it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't care for it.
Well, I got a little bit left in this one, so you guys can be the judge with me.
I don't want none of that. I don't want one
I
of
guess
that.
I'll give it a shot.
I'm gonna top it off though.
Speaking of shots,
Oh,
We got the Rocks Tequila, Terramana, which last week went so good that I felt like I had to bring it back again.
oh boy,
I bring it back again. So cheers, fellas. I'm not reaching across the board.
cheers.
yeah, no,
But here's to the big interview, 7 o'clock. It's going down. POTUS calling in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I should have worn my Air Force Ones for this interview. Since the POTUS is calling.
no, that's my third tequila shot this weekend.
Oh my god. Already, Scott?
That's
It's your
like
third?
3 more than what I'm used to.
Damn, yo. Oh my god. I love it. I love it. In fact, speaking of ice cream cake, Tony says Carvel's the winner.
all day. It's a
Carvel.
obvious choice, bro.
Carvel. Shout out everybody else tuning in. We got a few extras. Chroma's in the house. Bud Tender Brittany's in the house. I love it. I love it. The chat's popping. Chat's popping. We got a big show. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna do a little backwards this week.
Ooh.
We're gonna do a little backwards. We're gonna cover right into sports. I want to know about what happens. Frank wasn't here last week. We're gonna do sports, and I think we're gonna do a little know something with Scott first, Joe. What do you think, Scott?
All right, let's do it.
Switch it up this week before we get too crazy. We just crack beards. What do guys do when they crack beards? We talk sports. Is that not right?
That is true.
So I say that would be the way to start the show. Let's get it popping.
Bringing you the best when it comes to sports. It's hard hitting. Frank Nooks.
Yes, sir. Glad to be back, fellas.
Yes.
And Los Angeles is now officially title town, baby. Because we know the Lakers won the NBA championship. But on Tuesday night, the Los Angeles Dodgers broke a 32-year drought and picked up a World Series victory over the Tampa Bay Rays, winning the series 4-2.
Huge.
LA
Huge.
is title town. I mean, they would have had a crazy parade in LA if they were able to. I mean, within the span of 2 weeks, the Lakers and the Dodgers winning the trophy, that's huge.
It's big time.
Speaking of LA, the biggest event in LA was supposed to happen on my birthday, September 12th. Well, it got pushed back to November 28th, and that is none other than Iron Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. that in a WBC sanctioned title fight. This is going to be for the Frontline Battle Belt. And they had the live press conference interview today remotely. And Mike Tyson looks ready, sounds ready, and he plans on disabling and dismantling Roy Jones Jr.
Oh, dismantling.
In other fight news, the big UFC fight happened this weekend. Khabib versus Gaethje. And what I knew was going to happen happened. Khabib dominated the second round, made him submit to retain his title back because he kind of gave it up during COVID because he was in Russia. Came back, beat Gaethje easily. After the fight, shocked the world by saying that was his last fight. He was going to retire because of the passing of his dad. He didn't even want to take this fight, but I think his mom influenced him, and then he also promised his mom he would never fight again. And Khabib seems like a man of his word. And his MMA record, I think, is 29-0, which puts him at the top of my list for the most dominating MMA fighter of all time.
Wow. That's a big list right there. It's almost the top 5 Frank, but just one. It's just one.
Yeah, Khabib, man.
Khabib.
He was dominant. He never lost a fight. He was never even contended in any fight. I mean, he dismantled
Dismantled.
Yeah, dismantled every opponent that, stepped into the octagon with him. So now we have the NBA is done, the MLB is done, NHL is done. We have one major sport left, and that is the biggest sport in America, everyone's favorite sport, and that's the NFL. We're going to kick off another week tonight. We got the Panthers and the Falcons going at it at 8:30 this evening, and the Falcons...
I got to say, before you go any further, bro.
Oh, fantasy.
Oh, yeah. I've literally given up on fantasy this year. 100%. I cut the music. I'm announcing it right now. I'm not even going to look at the app anymore.
Kyler Murray popped off.
I literally have one win throughout the whole season. One win. I am retiring. That's it this year.
You still have hope.
No.
Still have hope.
No hope for me. No hope for me, bro.
In my big money league, I am undefeated. I think I'm 7-0.
Wow.
And then in like a friendly league with other podcasters, our podcast league, I think we're 1-6, not doing too hot, but still have a chance to bounce back.
Damn, bro.
So yeah, tonight starts another big week in the NFL, and we got Panthers Falcons. I'm gonna go with the Panthers. The Falcons are a dominant team through 3 quarters, but they always manage to blow a game in the 4th quarter, which we saw happen again for the 3rd or the 4th time already this year against the Detroit Lions when Todd Gurley went to take a knee on the 1, but he accidentally went in the end zone, giving the Lions enough time to get the ball back and score the game-winning touchdown as time expired.
Wow.
So I think leading into the week, we had 3 undefeated teams, and we have started this week with only one. and that's the Pittsburgh Steelers, who have been looking absolutely dominant on both sides of the ball. So to highlight the games this week, Frank Knox games to watch, we're going to start with the Steelers and the Ravens. A division game. Steelers look like the best team in football. The Ravens were the best team in the regular season last year behind Lamar Jackson.
True.
And the Ravens picked up Dez Bryant this past week on the practice squad. So that's another weapon for Lamar Jackson. I don't think we're going to see Dez Bryant hit the field this week. And I'm going to give the Steelers the edge in this game because I think they are the most overall rounded team in football.
Who would have thought the Steelers, dude?
Yeah, Big Ben bouncing back after an injury plagued last year, a couple of years, 38 years old. And he's got his, everything's working. Everything's clicking full force. They are undefeated. So I'm going to take the Steelers in this game. A game that I am most intrigued to see is the Rams and the Dolphins. People are like, oh, Rams, Dolphins, that seems like a stupid matchup. I agree, it does. But last week, the Dolphins announced they were going to bench Ryan Fitzpatrick, who had them in playoff contention for Tua. I can't even say his last name, from Alabama.
That's right, yep. I can't either.
Yeah, so they're benching a stud quarterback. I think he was like top 5 fantasy leading into the this week. And they're going to give the rookie a shot. They're going to be playing the Rams. Speaking of the Rams, the NFC West is the most dominant division I've seen in football in my life. We got 3 teams with 5 wins, being the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the Rams.
Yep.
And then we have the 49ers, last year's NFC team in the Super Bowl, sitting at 4-3. This division is stacked from top to bottom. Another game I'm looking forward to this week is 49ers Seahawks division game. Will the 49ers stay on a roll? Can the Seahawks bounce back from that last second, come from behind victory in overtime and in the fourth quarter by the Cardinals last Sunday night? Be interesting to see. I'm going to take the Seahawks. I think they have what it takes. They're my second team in the NFL. Also, we have the Saints and Bears. It's an interesting matchup. Both teams, I think, sit at 4-2. I'm going to take the Saints. I don't think the Bears are contenders. I think they are pretenders.
I agree with you. I think the Saints are going to take that one.
And finally, I'm going to be watching the Raiders and Browns simply for the fact that I am looking heavily on the Las Vegas Raiders to avoid my first loss of the season, because all of my big guns, considering Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins, are on bye week. So I have picked up Derek Carr, and I have also picked up Henry Ruggs the third to fill that void. So my eyes will be glued on that game, with OBJ going out with the ACL last week, and my fantasy team basically being heavy Raiders Nation right now. I'm taking the Raiders all day, baby. Bring me to the promised land to continue the undefeated season.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, how usually every year you pick the name of your team, and you just keep it that way? Mm-hmm. Well, this year I switched it up. So every week, whoever I'm playing, I change my name to talk shit about their name.
Come on.
Or that actual person.
That's great.
So,
like kind of promo.
Yeah, so the guy I'm playing is Ocho Cinco's Dick Towel this week.
Oh, wow.
And my team name this week is You Have a Baby Dick.
That's amazing.
So we'll see if I can continue the trend. And yeah, man, that's for sports. I'm going to keep it short because we're here for the main event, which is POTUS.
The POTUS. There's a question from the viewers, though. They want to know what your thoughts are on, what's his name? Justin Turner, thank you. Being on the field after being positive for COVID.
Yeah, I mean, that was a stupid decision. That looks very dumb. But you also have to consider Justin Turner and these guys have been together for probably 4 or 5 years, and they've come really, really, really close to winning the World Series a couple times. And when you're winning the World Series, man, I mean, Corona's not going to hold you down. These guys don't have pre-existing health conditions.
True.
And if they, infect one another, so be it. I'm sure wherever they went last night, they infected a couple more 100 people partying it up. But it was a dumb look on television. He probably should have waited till they got to the locker room, but I'm not going to hate on it.
Well, there you go, guys. There's Frank Knox's opinion right there on that. Sports loaded. We got the NFL's coming through. I'm really digging the season this year.
Yeah, it's good.
It's been a good season. A lot of unpredictable things happening, and I like it. I like it. I love it. I love it, except for my fantasy. That I hate. That I fucking hate, Scott.
Well, I could have predicted about my New York Jets, but I don't like to go.
There's no need to predict.
So I don't get that
Jets.
excited about my
Jets
football season anymore.
Yeah, the New England teams suck this year. Pats, Jets, and Giants, all disappointments.
Terrible. It's a really disappointment. Scott, how was wrestling this week?
There's a lot going on, man.
Is there? I guess we're going to find out. Let's find out. No selling with the Scott.
Grab your weed. It's time to roll up. It's To Be Blunt with PZ. And now, bringing you the best and worst of pro wrestling today. The smartest mark in the building. He is the Scott.
All right, baby. It's time for the To Be Blunt, always stunting, heart stopping, bottle popping. It's time for No Selling with the Scott and all the stories covering everything Hell in a Cell, Halloween Havoc, and even Bound for Glory.
Wow.
Time out. Pull that up. Pull that up. Turn that down for a minute. Scott, that was... Of all the weeks spent doing that intro, that was the weakest one.
I kind of just came up with it 5
That
minutes
was
ago.
the weakest one.
Damn, Scott.
You had no energy, and the last word didn't even rhyme.
Didn't even rhyme, yo.
It was Glory with story.
No, you went from
Play it
covering
back.
all the topics that are hot from Hell in a Cell, Halloween Havoc, PZ and Knox are smoking some pot. That would have been better.
You would have had a little better. A little better, Scott.
All right, I guess.
So I didn't mean to call you out, but I had to.
All right.
Nice try, Scott.
It sounded a lot better in my head, though. But anyway. Yeah, so you asked if there was a lot of wrestling going on this week. Yeah, dude, there was. There was so much. I didn't even get to watch it all. Okay?
Wow.
If you look at
Surprise.
just pay-per-view and TV alone, there was over 20 hours of wrestling this past week since our show last Thursday. Okay? So there's no way I could cover it. Now, I probably spent another 5 hours just watching that indie worker break both his legs.
His feet went up like he was an elf, bro.
You watched that? I seen it once, and I was like,
You're
almost
talking
threw
about
up.
the guy whose feet
Yeah.
pointed
Yeah.
to him like he was an elf.
Shattered both his legs.
It did. And apparently he's got a GoFundMe page. Chris Jericho's already donated $2,000 to it, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. That was that. Anyway, there were a lot of title changes this week, okay? And I'll start over on Impact, okay? And, sometimes I forget to watch Impact, kind of like reporter Jeff, Tubin forgets his videos on Zoom calls. But anyway, we have a new Impact men's champion in Rich Swann, my favorite guy to take shots with, okay?
He's smoked with him.
my favorite wrestler to take shots with other than Slade Dangerfield.
That's
But,
right.
We
Almost
also
time
had,
for round 2.
we also had new tag team champions crowned at Bound for Glory with the North. They won a 4-way match. We also had a new women's champion, and it's none other than Rich's Swann's significant other.
Richest Swans?
Rich's Swann's.
Richest Swans?
Sue Young, right? I got her name right? Sue Young is now the
I have no clue,
Impact
bro.
Women's Champion. But
Who's watching Impact except for you?
it is Bound for Glory. It's kind of like their WrestleMania.
The Rock to watch it for that. And
You watched some of it?
And you have RVD and Katie Forbes. And that's
Well,
just
RVD
good
and
TV.
Katie Forbes are actually no longer with Impact.
Really?
So we'll see where they end up.
There's always
AEW.
something.
They might be in the PB Blunt studio before we know it here. But anyway,
I mean, that wouldn't be the worst thing.
over on NXT this week, last night was Halloween Havoc. And it was Halloween Havoc was great. And if you look at the ratings today, they actually beat AEW the first time since July. They beat the ratings, so it proves that Halloween Havoc is obviously a draw. Don't know why they've hide it for 20 years. Now all of a sudden
our watchers saying "Hail the Pumpkin."
Hail the Pumpkin, right? So, we saw Johnny Gargano win the title last night. A couple other great matches. Women's matches were like incredible last night. I haven't even seen them yet, but I saw rave reviews between Rhea Ripley's match with Reina Gonzalez as well as the main event, Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae. So when I'm done with this podcast here, I'm definitely going to check those out because I heard those were barn burner of matches. But perhaps one of the greatest women's wrestling matches of the week was at Hell in a Cell. and that was Sasha Banks dethroning Bayley inside the cell. What a great match they had. We also saw.
Wow, I thought you just said deep throating Bailey. Fuck.
What?
Wow, where are
Instead
you
of deep
at?
throating, yeah.
What?
My mind is another
And they
place.
got it.
Like I said.
Apparently.
All right, but another title change we even saw at Hell in a Cell was Randy Orton. Randy Orton is now a 14-time world champion. We saw this feud with Drew McIntyre go so long. Drew McIntyre's always got the upper hand. Now all of a sudden, at the end of apparently it's not even the end of their feud. It's going to probably drag on longer. But we saw Randy Orton win the title. So Drew McIntyre's reign as champion is over. His reign has fallen worse than Daniel Jones falls when he has a football in his hands. All right.
Facts.
Anyway,
That was embarrassing.
so
RKO out of nowhere.
but what I consider, and I haven't seen all the matches, but if you had to ask me what my match of the week was, and it wasn't even because all the in-ring work was great, it's because of the fucking story told. And I'm talking about Roman Reigns
Jey Uso.
versus Jey Uso.
That was so fire, bro.
And everything before the match, after the match, having Alpha and Sika out there with the tribal chief. I mean, it just catches you in the feels.
that was so good.
It was so good.
Dude, I love
That's the only match I watched, honestly.
And they started off with that match, and Scott was like, "Wow, if this is the start of the pay-per-view, we're in for a hell of a show tonight, boys."
And what happened after that?
Wah,
Wah, wah, wah.
I got a little excited about Miz winning Money in the Bank, but
Oh, that was terrible.
we'll see what happens. But I keep saying everybody though, 10 years ago this time of year, Randy Orton was the champ and Miz had Money in the Bank. So will history repeat itself? Because the day that Miz cashed in 10 years ago on Randy Orton just happens to be the day of Survivor Series this year.
What's that old
in the
rule
same
and
arena
saying about rewriting wrestling history? How long do you have to wait?
It's the rule is 7 years.
7 years.
If it's past 7 years ago, it's new again. But not in the Scots mind, because I remember everything.
Well, Tony McCall says he remembers the last time NXT won the overall ratings was Great American Bash.
Well, I think that was probably the show in July. One, where Keith Lee beat out Adam Cole.
That's
I
right.
remember anything but who headlined Starrcade and WrestleMania.
Oh, we're gonna go there. Okay.
Actually,
I do. I just don't name any wrong answers.
That's
when I
true.
do that.
That's true.
That's over on. Yeah, we're not going to mention Talkamania right now. Anyway. So some sad news this week, though. Lost an ECW legend, if you will, I guess. Tracy Smothers passed away. I never followed his career too closely at all, but
I guess that's a departure.
I don't know about that one.
Yep,
but
that's definitely a departure.
But yeah, a lot of comments online, specifically from Edge and CM Punk, stuck out to me. How this guy was always about paying the business forward. He was always looking at the future, which unfortunately a lot of legends, they like to hold on to their moment as long as they can. But this guy did a lot of giving back. One thing that I thought was completely random this week is, I don't know if you saw, there was a match with Retribution. Mia Yim, whatever her name is, now she gets up on the apron and she just starts scratching herself and itching herself, and then she's rolling around on the ground, breaking out in hives. I was like, what the fuck? And then they just went to commercial. So like, I don't get it. But anyway,
That's weird.
it was fucking bizarre. But if we want to talk rival departures, Pete Dunne showed back up on NXT this week last night. He's now aligned with, they're trying to get this new faction over, I guess, with Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Pat McAfee. So I say Pat McAfee, and you look like you're going to break out in hives.
I don't even care. I don't even care.
But other than that, the last thing I got, some breaking news within the last hour.
Are you talking to the mic, Scott?
Sorry.
Jesus, what are you doing over there?
I don't know. I rock
What the
back
fuck?
and
I
forth.
give you one shot of tequila and you're fucking talking into the table.
So anyway, breaking news.
Let's do that to Trump.
On it's coming up, I guess it's in the works, Netflix documentary on none other than Vince McMahon. So, and apparently there's a big budget behind this. We're still waiting on the Hogan documentary we were talking about before the show.
That's true.
That should be coming out soon. Starring who?
Peace. Plays Thor.
Yeah,
What's
the
his
guy.
name?
Chris Helmsworth.
Yes,
Chris
there you go.
Hemsworth.
So he'll be playing Hulk Hogan, but now we'll have to see who's playing Vince McMahon. I don't have any of that news yet on who will be playing him, but it'll be an interesting movie to say the least. And perhaps we'll watch on the documentary how he takes everybody's first names away, like he did with Matt Riddle today, I guess. So
I hope Mark Wahlberg plays Vince McMahon.
That'd be something.
I feel like he'd be able to do the character well.
Mark Wahlberg looks so much like John Cena to me, though. Anyway, that's all I... Well, you know what? Are we going to get into the... Yeah, well, you know what? Let's talk about it. So we talked about it last week. I brought a belt in the studio. Do we got time for this? I got time to keep going or no?
Yeah,
I don't want to take into the president's time.
We got like 2 seconds, Scott.
Okay.
Cut your promo. Make it quick.
All right, just... It's going to come out. It's going to see the light of day. I did defend my title. I won my match. This jabroni guy, his name's Dez, came in, cashed in Money in the Bank. You're supposed to just get one question for Money in the Bank. What happened? We both tied.
Let me just stop you right there, Scott.
Oh, don't.
No. Let me explain to the people. All right, you had no backstory. You just went into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
First off, the Scott brought his trivia title he won last week on some trivia
He
show.
had to defend it on the show he won.
Right. Yeah. So he brought it in last week to show everyone, and we're talking about how the next night he was going to defend it. So apparently Scott wins.
He steamrolled the other guys too.
And then, surprisingly, they have what they call a Money in the Bank contract ripoff, where the guy can cash in, I guess, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard for a trivia show in my life. All right. First of all, that's some fucking bullshit.
And when I destroyed these guys, that was like an hour and a half, probably 20 to 25 questions. Destroyed them.
They were hating on him so bad.
And then you guys tied the first answer. It's supposed to be only one question.
Yeah.
And when he didn't beat you and tied you, they went to another question.
Which wasn't even official. They had to like dig. They had to dig to find this question.
So, like, you got fucked over. Is basically what happened.
Scott answers the question. He puts 2 correct answers, both correct.
Okay,
the other guy puts like 11 answers down.
And the question had 5 correct answers, I do believe.
Yeah, and he put like 11 down and got 2 out of 11, or like
he got 4 out of 11.
4 out of 11 and 1.
I got 2 out of 2, 100% ratio. Okay. And it's funny because I was, I was talking to my lawyer Marvin Swinestein, specializes in swindling.
Should have got Richard E. Stone. No problem.
We'll see if I have to get him in there too. But anyway, so I was going back and listening to previous Trivimanias, and their final question, oddly enough, is on Trivimania 3 is if they said any wrong answers on a multiple choice question, then it would be deducted double the points from each wrong answer. But yet, that's not what happened to me last week.
Did you bring this up to him?
I didn't realize it until after the fact when I was digging through the archives and digging up the dirt.
So now you're going to bring it up.
This was all part of Marvin.
Scott goes through and finds like all the official rulings and everything.
Marvin Swinestein helped me find this information.
Yet?
I did not send it back.
You have to send that information.
I'm pretty sure when I do send it back, I am going to page the belt, if you know what I mean.
I would bring up your argument before you send it back.
Slade gets it. Peasy gets it.
I would definitely do that. I would definitely let them know that, hey, this is in your official rule book.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't play by the rules. Hence, I got fucked over.
Supposedly, though, I have qualified, though.
You don't qualify for, you're still the champion. No, fuck that.
Yeah, you're right.
No qualification.
Yeah.
Apparently, I qualified.
Qualify.
Apparently, I got 100 on a test.
Qualify for what?
And I flunked out of college still. No, bro, that's not how it works. Tell these guys the real deal, or we'll call them up right now.
That's right. We got them right on the phone.
Fuck that.
You got the guy's number?
Twitter. I have their Twitter.
Whatever. We'll get the number for next week.
Next week, we got to figure this out.
Oh, Tony over here says after the commercial they realized she was faking it. I think I fell asleep after that. I think I saw Mia Yim breaking out, and then I think that's when I just turned it off. I think that's why I probably didn't catch that.
Damn, Scott.
Well,
lost the belt. Have you gone on a date yet since your last one?
An actual date, like live, no.
Right,
I do.
Oh my god, dude! What?
I don't want to hear about
I have a phone
this.
number messaging outside of the Bumble app. Okay. My work schedule is a little iffy, but I'm hoping by next weekend, I will have a date.
all right, well, we'll see.
I thought by now you'd have like a girlfriend.
I do want to bring up though. She mentioned to me we do have to fix the profile, guys, because when we changed it, we only have one picture of me up. So she said to me, she's like, just one picture, and then I was like, well, I had more, but I was like, my podcast amigos said, oh, they didn't like fit the mold. So I sent her. Actually, no, I just said my friends. I didn't say podcast, but. I said, here's one of the pictures, so I put up my St. Patty's Day attire.
Why of all the pictures, bro, you put back up?
See, you're dissing on it. She said she loved it.
That doesn't mean anything, dude. Who said she loved it? Tell me, which one? Let me look at her picture right here.
The one we were actually looking at last week, Elizabeth.
Wait, the one I said I matched with before?
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Why don't I remember that?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I don't know, dude. Scott. Oh, man, dude. I fix your profile, and then what happens?
But we have to just let him spread his.
I think we got to
wings,
go to. I think we got to go to Tinder, maybe.
Yeah, man, just do it. We don't need to hold your hand, bro. Come with us with some results next time, or don't come at all.
Okay.
One of the audience members says, "Can I give y'all a crazy dare?" Taco Maniac. Phone lines are open. 860-384-7110. You guys can call in anytime. I don't know what this crazy dare is she's talking about.
She's a maniac.
Scott, the only crazy dare would be for Scott to go on another date. God damn it.
Well, I don't know. Not after how that last one went.
All right, listen. The last one was a bust. All right, but there's still time for this guy to find love. Christmas is coming up. Maybe we'll get a Christmas
cuffing
miracle.
Season, bro. It's about to be the first snowfall this weekend. All the bunnies are looking to get cuffed up. Now, Scott, are you going to cuff them? That's the question.
Dude. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now. It's not happening.
I'm not either.
Get out of here with that.
I dare you two to slow dance together.
Slow dance, bro.
Fuck, we don't slow
You want us to slow dance together?
You want us to put on some 3-6 Mafia, lean on the wall and shoulder lean, sure, but we don't slow dance.
Oh my God. To Be Blunt podcast.
What's your name? Where are you calling from? That's what I thought you were going to say.
I thought you were going to say that too.
No, I wasn't. I was going to take a quick break, but respect the
have-
Scott, damn it, someone says. I'm trying to respect the Scott, but listen, it's been almost a month now. And I just expected there to be, for things
He's
to be
had
fun.
2 dates, bro. He's had 2 dates. He's done some.
I guess that's not too bad when you think about
two
it.
in a month. Yeah.
2 in a month. He went to PT.
Considering I probably have had 2 in the last.
I mean, Scott, check it
However
out,
long before
man.
that.
Taco Maniac says you're cute and she wants to talk to you.
I don't
later.
know. Last time this happened on the show didn't end too well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Listen, at this point, can there be anything wrong with that?
Well, where's Taco Maniac from? Is she from CT?
I don't know. Where is Taco Maniac?
You know?
I thought we were going to end this segment like 5 minutes ago.
Me too.
Might have.
You know what? Ask the president probably has some people that he knows, right? For me, maybe.
He might.
Ask him.
I'll ask him when we come up to here.
He'll tell me what to do and how to treat him nice and how to take him out on a date and what to grab and whatever, right? He'll tell me all that stuff.
Yeah, sure, Scott. He'll tell you exactly what to grab.
Stock up on TP, cause we're the shit. It's To Be Blunt with PZ.
To Be Blunt podcast
They want his email.
at 7 p.m. POTUS himself, Donald Trump, calling in from the White House to do a To Be Blunt exclusive town
I
hall.
think he's calling from the Air Force One,
I
right?
think it's Air Force One.
He's on the trail heavy right now, bro. Where he's going state for state. He's doing.
I'm not sure where he's calling from. I thought it was the White House.
I would assume it'd probably be AF1.
Can they do phone calls from AF1? We can't go on the thing and use our fucking phones,
Bro, it's Air Force One.
Dude. All right. You might be right. I know every time I go on a plane, I can't even use my phone. So
Yeah,
they must use the sat phones.
It's Air Force One, bro.
They must be using the sat phones, bro. Donald Trump at 7 o'clock. Don't go anywhere. We are mere days away. It's going down. Halloween. Halloween's this weekend. And are you guys ready? Scott, you gonna be trick-or-treating this weekend?
My work schedule sucks, so I'm going to be working evening, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm not doing much Halloween fucking shenanigans this year.
No Halloween shenanigans.
No,
I'm not doing any Halloween shenanigans either,
Not gonna go trick-or-treating?
bro. I'm not even gonna dress up. Like, there's like when you become our age, it's Halloween is like for 25-year-olds trying to go to a bar, and that's not happening because of COVID.
Right.
Or you have children, and none of us here have children.
No, it's spiking up all over the place, COVID around here. So
Yeah, what's this? This is round 2 of COVID. The second wave is
looks like
happening.
round
right
New
now. It's
Haven's
about to-
already said they're going back to phase 2. Wyndham going back to phase 2, which is really ain't no difference from 2 and 3.
And I just
but-
saw yesterday Massachusetts is now,
Closing up again.
or if you come to Connecticut, you're supposed to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yeah, they got put on the travel ban.
I knew it was.
That sucks,
I knew
and
it was gonna happen, bro.
I
Yeah.
mean, who didn't know that was going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I hope nobody went
This
to go
is
get
cold
beers
season,
in
flu
Massachusetts
season.
come back to Connecticut anyway.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to get an Uber or something across state lines. I hope you're stocked up,
dude. I hope you are stocked up. But you know what I'll be doing Halloween? I'm thinking I'm just gonna fucking roll up some fat ass blunts and watch some Halloween movies.
You're gonna give out candy?
Yeah, I'm sure the wife is gonna want to hand out candy.
Do you think you're actually gonna get trick or treaters? Like,
yeah.
Has it always been good here around the 2B Blunt Studios?
Yeah, not bad out here, dude. I figured it's kind of yeah.
Every year it's gotten smaller and smaller for me. Like I think last year I had nobody. The year before maybe one kid.
I mean, you're in a complex, bro.
Yeah.
You're in a complex. So,
I mean, I don't mind. That's a lot more Reese's and Almond Joys for me, so.
Facts.
Yeah. I think the thing is like, I'm going to watch movies, and I'm trying to decide what I want to watch, right? Halloween movies are the best. They've been playing them all over. So, it's like, all right.
I haven't watched any this year.
You haven't watched any Halloween
I watched
movies,
that
bro?
stupid ass one on Netflix, Hubie Halloween.
Oh, I heard about this. I haven't seen it yet.
That Adam Sandler jaunt.
The Halloween hubby?
Hubie Halloween.
Hubie
You
hubby?
seen it or not?
I know I haven't seen it.
All the things I've
fucking
seen
terrible.
online.
I want to watch.
I've
I'm
seen
watching
one.
Halloween movies. I want to watch a scary fucking movie, bro.
I dig that. Yeah.
I literally have to watch a scary movie.
I just been playing the Halloween gimmick on Warzone, so I've been getting scared that way, opening boxes.
Dude, I know that shit's great though. That shit's great. But I want to know, and I want the audience to let us know too. What are your favorite Halloween or scary movies? 8603-47110. Call in, let us know, or comment. But I want to know from you guys, like, what is your favorite Halloween movie?
For me, just like the whole series, Halloween, Michael Myers.
Oh, the whole series.
Like that's just like that's the meta for me right there. You know, that's like that whole series is fire. There's so many of them, bro. There's like 12, 13 of them. You count the Rob Zombie remakes,
and then the new one they
the
just
prequels, the ones with LL Cool J.
Dude, that was the ones that H2?
Yeah.
H2O?
Yeah, there's so many of them. That whole series just
That's like
fire.
one of my favorites too. It gets such bad ratings, but I love that one.
And then Saw, and then The Purge. I like The Purge. For me, I consider that a scary movie.
If I'm picking, right, for me, I have a lot of different things I like. I like the Halloween movies also, but I prefer the Rob Zombie ones. Okay.
All right.
That's big for me. I always will like a classic Friday the 13th. I'm a big fan of Jason, and that's like one of my top ones. But I also have a couple that I like to watch religiously every year. So like for me,
Hocus Pocus.
that's yes, but that's not scary for me. But I do love it, and the wife loves that. So for me, yeah, that would be it. But I like. There's two movies I really like. The Conjuring is one of my favorites. The Conjuring or the original Exorcist. Either way, both possession movies, both great. I'm a big fan of those. And there's another movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a total fucking mindfuck, and it's called Oculus.
Yeah, I think you put me onto that,
Dude.
Or I watched it here with you.
That movie is so nuts. So nuts. And not as nuts as that one we watched with CM Punk.
That's what I was thinking was going to be Scott's number one movie.
Oculus, I think, was a WWE produced movie.
Shut the fuck up.
I look it up. I'm pretty sure it was produced by WWE Films.
Really?
Yeah, but you know what wasn't? Yeah, Girl on the Third Floor with CM Punk. That was a fucking
Girl on the Third Floor.
That movie was just I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. You could go back and listen to like whatever 40 episodes ago and listen to our take on it.
Yo,
but
did you guys fuck with like The Hills Have Eyes? Do you consider that a Halloween movie?
I actually do like Hills Have Eyes, and I haven't seen that in a while, but when it first came out, I watched it a bunch of times, like religiously. That was the one where the people like break down their car and it was out in the desert and then with all the mutated people. Yeah, dude.
That was good.
Dude,
and the Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects. House of Wax is a good
that's
one.
good.
House of Wax.
And
Remember
that's
House of
confirmed.
Wax?
With
Oculus
Paris
was a WWE film. So
Thank
that
you.
was correct.
You could. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, it was Blumhouse.
I
and
would
WWE.
never have
I don't
thought.
think there was a wrestler in that movie, though.
No, definitely not, because I've watched it a million times and I've never seen a wrestler on there. But that's really a WWE film? I'll never look at it the same way now.
Yeah, Wikipedia says it is, man.
Dude, I don't know. There's like 28 days later, and the day, not the day after tomorrow. Oh shit.
Final Destination's fire.
Oh yes. Those movies are great. Dawn of the Dead, another classic, bro.
I like the spin-off. What's the spin-off of Dawn of the Dead? With the fucking English dude. Fuck, dude. Damn.
Dude, now you got me thinking about it.
Somebody in the chat's got to tell us what it is.
Damn.
Speaking of the chat, while we're looking this up, we got
Shaun of the Dead.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
The parody one.
Yeah, it was
That's
a parody. It's
yeah.
a spin-off.
Shaun of the Dead is like one of the funniest fucking movies,
so
bro.
good, bro. I love that movie.
The Winchester.
It's such a good movie.
Gotta go to the Winchester for a pint. Dude, that's the shit. Scott, what about you, bro? You've been awfully quiet.
So, well, Knox kind of mentioned it, but the Saw series was always big for me because the first Saw, like, blew my mind. And I don't think anything's ever better than the first Saw, but after that movie, I was just so into the franchise after it that I just love the concept of the movie. This is like, I'm going teeny bopper here right now, but I know what you did last summer, man. Maybe it's because Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar, but I don't know. That was a big one for me.
I know what you did last summer.
Yeah.
Of like all the horror movies you can watch, bro.
You could have said Scream if you wanted to be Jennifer Love
Scream's
Hewitt, bro.
another great. She's not in that movie.
She's not? I thought she was.
No, but that's also another
Who's that?
great
Sarah
Halloween
Michelle
movie.
Gellar? One of those
Nope,
guys.
it's not even Sarah Michelle Gellar. It
It's
was
Nev Campbell's the big one.
Nev Campbell
And Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox.
That's what I'm thinking of.
And even Drew Barrymore. Wasn't she the first one killed in the whole
You're
thing?
right. She was
Yeah.
the opening scene. Scream is honestly one of the
Scott's
best.
passing. He pushed it
Yeah.
back to him.
All right, Scott. Scream is honestly one of the best like slasher films.
Scott, you're
in my
right,
opinion.
man.
I'm good, man.
I got him down about his intro by calling him out. Like, yo, that was too weak, man. Like,
You think he's like a little upset now with
I
you?
don't know.
You're fine. I just got a little bit of a headache. You know, I'm taking it easy on the tequila.
Oh, yeah, he's been drinking. He went to Geronimo's this past week.
Yeah, but when was that?
That was on Monday night.
Bro, when you get to our age, when you get lit, that shit's just not a one and done thing, bro. It should take several days to recover.
I mean, I get that. I just don't drink a lot, you know?
But some other movies, though, if you want. The Ring.
A
like a
classic.
classic, yeah.
The Ring, of course.
And then, I don't know if you guys remember this movie, Vacancy. What was it, Vince Vaughn? No, not Vince Vaughn. Luke Wilson?
I've never seen that.
Luke Wilson and, I forget the lady's name.
Yo,
She was in Click.
most fire Halloween movie just dawned on me, and that's Joyride.
Oh my God, yo! How did we forget about Joyride?
So fire, bro.
Candy cane.
So fire. So fire.
Candy
It's basically
cane.
Paul Walker and a voice of a trucker for an hour and a half, and it's so fire.
Just a trucker stalking them.
Yeah, dude.
Stalking
it's so
them.
good. That was Paul Walker, right?
Yeah, it was Paul Walker. I forgot all about Joyride. That's a classic,
I'm
right?
gonna have to watch that. I think that's
Jeepers
gonna
Creepers, another good one coming from the comments I've seen. I like that. See No Evil with Kane, someone said.
Oh, wow, yeah.
be-
That was definitely WWE
that
produced.
wasn't bad.
What do you mean that wasn't bad, yo?
I don't know.
I don't know. It was a weird, with the chain, right? He had like the chain for a weapon.
It was good enough they made a
Exactly.
See No Evil 2.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the first one wasn't bad. I didn't think. I liked.
Well, they even did a Leprechaun remake with Hornswoggle, but
That's another good scary movie, The Leprechaun.
The Leprechaun, The Shining, bro. How did we forget
Gremlins?
about Shining?
How about Gremlins?
Gremlins is another one that I actually haven't seen in like a few years, bro.
is that
Gremlins an OG
is that
classic.
considered a what's that rated? Was that
It's
really
like
a
a
horror
rated
movie?
G, probably PG, but it's like it's a scary.
It's like a horror, but it's got comedy in it.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's PG-13. How about Chucky?
Okay.
Oh, Child's Play.
Child's Play.
Child's Play. There's a lot of movies that we're like missing here in this actually. Child's
Yeah.
Play is another one. That's an absolute classic. I was actually watching Bride of Chucky.
I wasn't a fan of that one
Really?
with Tiffany, whatever.
Yeah, I forgot her name, but she was in that Liar Liar movie too.
Yeah.
But
That was I like the original Child's Play 1 and 2. But I think I'm gonna go home and watch Joyride. Like that movie, once I thought of it, it's really stuck out to me. I thought that was a great like thriller Halloween type gimmick.
dude, that I might have to bust that one out before the weekend's over.
Yeah, Joyride.
Joyride, dude. I used to have such a collection, bro. Someone even said, "Are you afraid of the dark, bro?" Remember that show on
I was
Nickelodeon?
thinking about that, but I was like, oh, it's a TV show, so I'm not going to talk about it. But
I mean, it's
Tales of the Crypt.
my favorite was, I'll never forget it, gave me nightmares forever, was there was they were in a movie theater and it was like a black and white movie, and the vampire like came through the screen.
I want to suck your blood.
Dude. The vampire came through the screen, bro. That's what you remember?
Yeah,
What's this guy doing, bro?
that's what I remember.
Wow, that was the closest to a spilling on the mixer.
So I wonder what the Scott's doing over here.
Heaters.
We have Donald Trump coming on in 5 minutes, and the Scott's like face balls deep in his crotch. I don't even know what's going on over there.
Oh my god,
He's rumbling, he's bumbling, he's probably downloading the new Elias album. Who knows what he's doing?
Have you heard the new Elias album?
No.
I have not either.
I'm not
I
gonna
thought
listen to that
thought
shit.
for sure the Scott had heard
You
it.
probably
Nah.
listened to it.
No, not me.
It was number one,
No.
I guess. And it's
I haven't heard anything. Not at all. Not at all. Coming on soon. Like I said, at about 7 o'clock. POTUS.
Yeah, Donald Trump's going to be calling in soon. So
We're gonna be
if
doing
anyone
a town
tuning in
hall.
live has a question, right now would be the time to put it in the comments.
Oh, dude,
You know?
definitely.
So if you guys have any questions for Donald Trump when he calls in, we can get to it.
Are we gonna ask him his favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
I mean, you think
That
Donald
was-
Trump's gonna want to answer a question about what his favorite scary movie is?
I don't know. It might be his presidency.
Wow.
Wow, dude, I didn't know that you felt that way, Scott.
Wow.
I didn't know that Scott felt that way, bro.
I said it might. I didn't say it was. We're not political here on 2B Blunt.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, we're not. It sounds like we are, according to
That's why Scott came wearing his blue today. You know, he wanted to make sure he's representing the Democratic Party.
Oh, Scott, is that really true?
What? No.
Are you a Democrat, Scott?
No, man. Look.
Scott's got blue hat, blue shirt, blue jeans. I came neutral colors.
Pretty sure I got red underwear on.
I
He
am.
came neutral colors.
I am neutral, dude. I'm definitely not.
I'm unaffiliated. I always vote.
Yeah, I'm
best.
unaffiliated.
No, I'm unaffiliated too.
I'm glad to hear that we all three of us are, because this is gonna make this that much more interesting,
I vote for the best candidate at the best time.
dude. I agree.
And lately, this election, I'm on the under ticket. I am also voting for the candidate that bothered me the least via spamming me in text messages and Instagram and Facebook ads and messages. Did you guys get any of those?
I didn't get any of that.
Dude,
Oh,
I
I did get some text messages.
text messages from mostly the Democratic Party. Yeah,
I don't get any text messages.
I've
on
definitely
here.
gotten some. I'm about to look.
and
them up
they
and
were
read
like
it.
bullying me, dude, into voting for their
Did you?
candidate.
You didn't text back like at all. You just ignored
Oh
it.
no! Every time I texted back, here's one. I'll pull one up right now.
Yeah, there was one. I was like thinking about saying something real,
let's see.
real nasty back to them.
Damn, I thought I had it. I thought I just looked at it.
All right, so
earlier.
here's one I have. Hi, Scott. It's Paul, a volunteer for Congresswoman, blah, blah, blah. Everyone in CT can vote by absentee ballot this year. Do you plan to vote by absentee ballot? And then, like, I probably looked at this and thought about saying something like...
Oh, here's one. Hey, Jason, this is Jim volunteering to re-elect Matt Lesser as our state senator. He's telling me why he supports Matt. Jason, can we definitely count on your vote for November 3rd? And I just responded, why would I vote for this clown emoji?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because they sent a picture with the text of the guy who's running.
Oh my god.
So I was like, why would I vote for this clown? We're like, Jason, we are talking about Matt, not our current U.S. president.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh my god.
just like,
Speaking
why didn't
of,
they get in?
he's coming up soon. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, it's time for the town hall. The moment you've all been waiting for, right here on 2B Blunt with Peasy.
We're rolling the fattest blunts. It's To Be Blunt with Peasy.
Beam me up, Scotty.
I like my beats fast and my beats down low. Bass 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 down low. Beats fast and my beats down low. Bass 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 down low.
my bass man turned up. I laugh at haters while rocking haters. You got a blunt, let's burn up. I hit the club, I'm popping bottles, I'm wavy words, be slurred up. I hit the stage, I tear it down. Oh, we like that peasy word up. They love the way that I'm stunting. I got bad bitches and real gangsters. White boys that love to smoke, but if I got them seeds, then no thanks, sir. And we on some stuck up shit. Loud packs and top shelf. Bombay or Grey Goose. Face piece to myself. VIP with a lot of hoes. I blow smoke, they blow coke. At the party, I'm leaving up. On Facebook, they try to poke. TT, you know me. Middle towns don't get hot rappers. Getting on the competition, I turn the game into my crapper. Grip everything I touch indeed. Expectations I exceed. Yes, I'm the best, that's guaranteed. When it comes to greed, I cannot concede. Ripping this here with Hayes Jones. I'm smoking on some Hayes Jones. And about to hit the corner store. Pick up the blunts and start rolling.
The laughs are non-stop. It's TV Blunts with Peasy.
To Be Blunt Podcast. Are you guys ready? Are you ready?
Baby.
Are you ready?
I get hyped whenever we have this music playing.
That's it.
Are you ready
Sure.
for POTUS? Donald Trump. It's about to go down.
I want to hear what he's got to say.
The town hall of all town halls going down right now. Let's bring him in. It is none other than your president, Mr. Donald Trump. Donald Trump, thank you for joining us.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me. This is amazing. I wanted to actually make sure I did a few more rounds digitally on the digital market before the election day. Okay.
Wow, so you're making your rounds right now. I mean, you got a big week coming up. You got next week's the election. Donald Trump, how are you feeling right now about your possibility of being reelected?
I feel about as good as I did walking out of the hospital after kicking COVID. Okay. I feel amazing. I feel untouchable. Okay.
Speaking of COVID, Donald Trump, I mean, this is like, there's a lot of topics that people have been asking. We've been promoting this. You guys, are you guys ready? Are we going to start the town hall officially right now? There's a lot of questions. Donald, by the way, I can play this music all day. How do you like your music we got for you?
It is a pretty good song.
You must be sick of hearing it by now.
He's probably sick of hearing this
No,
and the
I
YMCA.
love it. I absolutely love it.
Mr. Trump, why do you use the YMCA as your song to walk out to for every rally?
That's a good question.
I mean, come on. Let's just be honest. It has a lot of working men and women, like construction workers and police officers in the song. And I am a huge supporter of the police department, okay? And they, by the way, are huge supporters of me. I mean, Joe Biden, let's just be honest, Joe Biden has like 0 police supporters on his side. I have everyone involved in the YMCA. I have Native Americans. I have construction workers, police. I have everyone behind me. I mean, let's just be honest.
Wow, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. The diversity in the village people who sing the YMCA. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. I mean, that's it. Who would have?
Also, I have the young people, and the song is all about young people. I mean, let's just be honest.
Well, in my local YMCA, it's all about the senior citizens swimming in the pool and hitting the gym.
Also, Joe Biden goes to your local YMCA.
Oh! Wow, Mr. President.
By the way, is he here? Is Joe Biden here? I was told he was going to be here. Is he here?
So here's the story. I was just going to tell you and our viewers, listen, I tried, me and the To Be Blunt team, to work diligently to get the biggest matchup of all time, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, live on the podcast for everyone to see. but I did not get a response from the Democratic team.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. That does not surprise me. Okay, Joe Biden is probably still napping in his basement somewhere. They probably have him locked up and locked away. Kamala Harris has like the key in her pocket. They're not going to let him out. Okay, I'm actually not surprised that he wouldn't want to come and lose a third time to me in a debate. I mean, I tore into him the last time. Even when they were threatening to mute me. Okay, they're threatening to mute me just for all kinds of insane reasons. But I took it like a champ, and I handled it amazingly. And everybody said so.
Everybody did say so. Listen, there will be no muting you here tonight. All right, Donald? I just want you to know that we're not going to mute you. We're going to sit here. We're going to ask you a series of serious questions. And this is the debate. This is at Town Hall. This is your last plea to get our viewers to vote for you, Mr. Trump. So I'm going to go ahead and start off right here.
With our first question.
Our first official question coming from our listeners.
Our first audience.
I couldn't be more ready.
Donald, where is our second round of stimulus checks, and when is it coming?
Okay, so let's just be honest. I've been presenting amazing deals to the Democratic side. They keep looking over it, and they keep like marking all over it and pissing on it and lighting it on fire. Whatever else they do. Okay, I don't even know. I don't know what they do on their side. And they've just been objecting to everything I've said and all the things I've been presenting, trying to get people like free movie passes and stuff like that. And they're like, no, we can't do that. And I'm like, why not? The theaters, have you seen the theaters? They're empty. Because of COVID, they're empty. And I'm trying to get people to go to the movies, and the Democrats do not want people to go to the movies. It's disgusting. I mean, let's be honest.
Why do we think the Democrats don't want people to go to the movies?
I think they're more of a Netflix kind of people. I mean, let's just be honest. I know Joe Biden is ever since Cuties came out. But, I mean, that's just rumor. I don't want to spread rumors about Joe.
Frank Knox, I mean, do you want to take the next round for Mr. POTUS?
Well, yeah, I mean, he started off the show saying he's never felt greater than coming out of the hospital due to COVID. Mr. President, as your second term, what's your plan to handle the new uptick that's going to occur and has been occurring of the COVID, the coronavirus, the China virus?
Well, it sounds like one of your people there has corona right now. That's what it sounds like. So I would suggest that you get that looked at, get that checked out.
Mr. President, that is not corona. That is corotic. I promise you.
Well, whatever it is, you should get it looked at.
But
honestly, my plan to take care of corona, if I may, my plan to take care of it going in is to make sure that the Chinese are just completely boxed up. We're going to build a wall around China. They already have a wall. They have a great wall. I'm going to make the greatest wall around China. Okay, it's amazing. No more corona coming out of China. I mean, that's where it came from. It is the Chinese virus, after all. They let the virus come out, and it's everywhere now. It's all because of them. So we're going to block it off. And that's like quarantining off patient zero. Okay, they are patient zero. Okay, let's just be honest. That's where it came from.
Oh, so he not only wants to build a wall in Mexico, which he already started, now he's going to build a wall in China.
He's going to build the greatest wall in China. Can you believe it?
Are you kidding?
Scott.
It only gets better from here.
Scott, you got a question for the president?
Yeah, so I have a question, Mr. President, and I know our To Be Blunt listeners want to know this one, and I see it in the chat. Do you plan on legalizing marijuana?
Wow.
Oh, wow. Going right to the point, Scott.
That is a great question. That is an amazing question. And let's just be honest. That is something that has been at the table. We've been talking about it for a long time. Me and Pence have been, I'm just going to be honest, and I know he's not going to admit it, passing around some kush. We've been sitting there at the table discussing this every now and then. I know Kamala Harris wants to legalize marijuana, and I know Joe Biden doesn't. So I think there's a lot of tension between them, and I don't want there to be any tension between me and Pence. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think the science is out that it's totally fine. I mean, look at Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is like 2,000 years old. Okay,
He's older than
if
Joe
marijuana can make someone live that long, I mean, it's got to be the best. Okay. Also, we're testing marijuana and other like products on COVID patients. Okay, we're trying to see if that helps at all.
I've heard that.
We've been smoking weed. We ain't catch corona.
We haven't had coronas since this thing started, so maybe there's some truth to this. You know, the theory that maybe cannabis helps prevent COVID. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that, Mr. President? I mean, that is big news. I mean, you're going to get a lot of my viewers, our viewers, votes just from that.
Just for
answer.
being a cannabis candidate. Cannabis candidate.
There you go, Scott. Thanks.
I mean, I did just pass a bill recently to make experimental drugs illegal to test on people with life-threatening situations. So I think this qualifies. I mean, can I just be honest? I think this qualifies.
So speaking of illegal drugs and whatnot, I'm wondering, Mr. Trump, you had COVID and you miraculously recovered, and you talked about a miracle drug. And I would love to know, what kind of concoction did they give you that you recovered so quickly from COVID? And why isn't it available to the American people? Floor is yours.
Well, the way that so I don't know everything the doctors did to me. I don't know everything they did. They just came in. There was a lot of poking, a lot of prodding, a lot of fingers going in places. And they were testing me in all kinds of ways, lots of cameras. And I don't know exactly everything they did. They tried me on a litany of things, a lot of things they tested me on. I'd have to check with my people to see what they tested me on. But I know there's lots of smoke, lots of vapors, lots of needles. There was a man with a skull mask shaking and mumbling in a corner. Maybe he had something to do with it. I don't know. There was a priest. He was over in the corner too. There was a priest. And I know that they even brought in like some weird glowing liquid. I don't know what they did. All I know is I feel amazing, and I haven't slept since I came out of there. But I do hear weird voices. Okay, I do occasionally hear weird voices. I don't know what they did, but it was amazing.
So, you don't think they put, like, maybe bleach or, like, stuck you with some, like, UV rays while you were in the hospital or something, maybe?
There's that big thing that Homer Simpson takes out of his job. He says green and glowing.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
It's possible. It's possible. I don't want to say, just in case it's not it, but it is possible. They could have done anything.
So, President, a big conflict going on right now is there's word that you've been imprisoning immigrants who illegally cross the border, your wall you've built, and you've then decided after a certain point to separate children from their parents, and now they're talking about there's 535 or so children that cannot find their parents or whatnot, or are separated from their parents. They don't know where they are. Is this truth? Is this truth? Or is this fake news?
Well, there's a part of it that is fake news. I mean, let's just be honest. Anything that has my name attached to it is probably fake news. Okay, I think the only people that are getting it right is Alex Jones and like Fox News. Okay, they're the only people. But what I will say is the reason we've been separating children from their parents is to protect the parents. Okay, to protect the parents from the children who've been bringing the parents in illegally. Okay, these children. I don't think you know much about these children, but they are horrible. Okay, they are terrible, terrible people. They're covered in tattoos. It's a gang of children kidnapping parents and bringing them in. Okay, so we're separating the deadly, horrible children. The deadly, horrible. Not every child. Obviously, not every child is horrible. Obviously, not every Mexican. Obviously, but these children, these particular gangs of children that are kidnapping parents and bringing them in illegally, it's terrible. It's terrible what they're doing. And the Democrats, let me tell you about the Democrats. They don't even notice. They don't even see it. They're not saying anything about it. They're blind to it completely. It's just how they want it to be. But it's terrible. And we're trying to do something about it, okay? It's a very complex situation. But we'll deal with it in some way. We will.
It sounds very complex. I mean, people are using this against you, Mr. Trump, and I wanted to give you your fair chance to tell the people what really was going on. I mean, to me, maybe he's making the call he feels like is right. You know? He feels that might be it. That might be it. I don't know what you guys think. Like, this is big. This is big stuff. America wants to know. Let's be honest with you. And the other thing America wants to know, Mr. Trump.
America has the right to know. America has the right to know. Joe Biden, let me tell you something about Joe Biden. Joe does not want people to know what he's going to do until after he's elected. That's terrible. That's horrible. I will put everything, no matter how ridiculous it may sound, out on the table. All my cards on the table. I'm a gambling man, okay? So I like to, when I'm ready to put all the cards on the table, I put all the cards on the table. And this is one of those times, okay?
So then, if that's the case, Mr. Trump, then America wants to know, if you're putting all the cards on the table, why haven't you put your tax return on the table?
Well, getting back to my tax return, it is a very complex situation. I don't deal with my own taxes. I'm a millionaire, a billionaire.
Of course you
I
are.
make a lot of money, and I have people take care of my taxes for me. I don't actually look at them. The idea that I would be sitting there with a checkbook and balancing my own finances, I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. I mean, let's just be honest there. That's really, really silly that I would be there just with a calculator and paper and be dealing with my own taxes. I mean, come on.
Much above his pay grade.
It makes so much sense when he says it, though. Like, why would he waste his time doing that? That's not his job. He's got people to do that for him.
That is
And
true.
if they decide, my lawyer, and they decide to release it out to the public, that's on them. That's totally fine. I don't care. I mean, it's not going to stop me from being as rich as I am. I'm very rich. Have I mentioned that?
You have, Mr. Trump, and we respect that here at To Be Blunt. I got to ask you, Mr. Trump, if you, by chance, lose the election, would you be willing to bring back Celebrity Apprentice?
I would. I absolutely would. But I would do it with a slight caveat. I would do it with congressmen and senators. I would bring in them, and I would fire them. That's what I would do. Having known them really, really well, I would bring in senators and congressmen and just see if they can actually pass any significant laws without putting any loopholes that pad their pockets. That's what I'd see. And I would fire them one at a time. I think that, let's just be honest, that is what the American people would really want to see. That is what they deserve, okay? Bye, Nancy Pelosi. You're fired. Okay, you're fired. You're out of here. And let's just be honest. You're gone. I mean, what have you done in the 150 years you've been in office? Nothing. Okay, you're out of here.
150 years. That's the greatest shit.
Bye, Nancy
Sorry,
Pelosi. You're fired.
Pardon my French, Mr. Trump. I'm sorry, but it's just making so much sense. God, I mean, do you have anything you want to add to this?
I don't know how to follow up. I guess I just want to ask, though. So we see you a lot on television, Mr. President, and you're not it's very seldom that I see you wearing a mask. Do you feel that the American people should be wearing a mask at all times during this pandemic when they're out in public?
Well, I've talked to a lot of professionals. I have a lot of professionals that I talk to. The reason that I don't is because the CDC says it's not necessary if you're social distancing. And let me just say that a lot of my personal security, keeps about 20 feet between me and them. And then there's like another 10 feet. So most of the time, I don't need to wear a mask. I mean, let's just be honest. It's a large open space. Also, the CDC doesn't say you have to wear a mask when you're outdoors, okay? If the people out there want to wear masks, I'm totally okay with it. I'm not going to force anyone to wear masks. They can wear masks if they want. They don't have to if they don't want to, okay? I'm not going to make them. If they kill their own grandma, that's on them. That's totally on them. It's not on me. I didn't kill their grandma. Okay. I mean, let's just be honest. That too is actually okay. I'm not saying that I want her to die. I'm not saying that I want that. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. But if they do that, that's not on me. I mean, let's just be honest. They didn't wear the mask. They chose not to. Their grandma was a diabetic or whatever. I don't know. Okay. I don't know these things. I can't keep track of every single person. But what I can say is you're totally free to wear if you want to wear a mask. If you want to wear a mask, totally fine. I will say this, however. It's starting to look more and more like the Democratic Party is run by Bane. I mean, let's just be honest. He's run by Bane. He wears a mask.
Like
he
Bane
loves
from Batman?
riot. He hates the rich. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. Bane hates the rich. He wears a mask. He loves riot. He hates the police. I mean, it's starting to look more and more like the Democratic Party. I mean, just to be honest. I mean, come on. And that would make me, if we're using that analogy, that make me Batman. I mean, let's just be honest. That makes me Batman, okay?
You are the Dark Knight of America, Mr. Trump.
My God.
Oh my God.
I'm not the one that they wanted, but I'm the one they deserve.
That's amazing. Donald Trump.
What a great analogy.
I gotta say, Donald, do you have any last words before we let you go as your last plea as to why you should be the one our audience votes for?
just look at the amazing work that I've done already and how much hilariousness there is in the media now. You're welcome. I've made it very fun, very funny to point things at and to laugh. I mean, come on.
His Twitter is popping.
And who would want Sleepy Joe? Who would want Sleepy Joe? Who can make
Sleepy
fun
Joe
of
would
that
never
guy?
be
Who
able to
just tweet
tweet.
all the time? It's crazy.
It's Sleepy Joe versus the retweet king. I mean, what are you going to do? Donald Trump.
It's up to you, America.
From To Be Blunt and our To Be Blunt universe, we thank you so much for taking the time to be here and inform our audience and hopefully maybe get some votes swayed your way. This was a huge moment for To Be Blunt. We thank you, Donald Trump. We
Absolutely, my
salute you.
pleasure.
Best of luck in the upcoming election.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I absolutely appreciate it. And I love you and all your viewers. Okay. I love y'all.
Take care.
We'd love to have you back after the election, win or lose, and talk about what happened after that.
I would be totally down for that. Just give my people a call. Absolutely. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Trump.
God bless America.
God bless America.
God bless
I
America.
can't believe it.
The Donald was just on To Be
Well
Blunt.
done.
This is like huge. This what a
That was
moment.
not huge. That was
Huge.
Yo, I didn't know we only had a certain amount of time. I didn't even get to my wrestling questions. Oh.
Me neither. I didn't even get to the question about Jeffrey Epstein in the chat and the riots.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk to him.
Dude, I
next
had a
time.
bunch. I was going to ask him what his favorite Stormy Daniels film was.
I had a Stormy
Oh,
Daniels
Scott, you
question
should-
on my head.
I was
too.
gonna
We
ask
messed
him-
up. We messed up.
What, Stone Cold Steve Austin gave him a Stone Cold Stunner at a WrestleMania. I was going to ask him what would happen if he ever got in a steel cage match with Stone Cold Steve Austin, man.
Donald Trump for Stone Cold.
And then,
Stone Cold.
yeah, I don't know what would happen. But anyway, and then we like to do Words with Weed here on this podcast. It's been a while. I was going to ask him if he could spell Kof-Veve.
Spell what?
Kof-Fefe.
I don't know what that is.
What the fuck is kafefe?
You guys got to look it up. It went viral. It was a tweet he made out. And
Oh, yeah. I know what
so I was just going to ask him to spell it for me. That's all.
Wow. I can't get over it. I mean, that was probably the most incredible moment. And to be blunt, I mean, I thought that the ukulele player Alan might have topped it, but we talked to POTUS.
No, that ukulele Allen had nothing on that.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm like literally still in shock. We just had the president on the podcast, and it's funny because I see a lot of people on here questioning whether this was a rib or not. I love it. I love it. Listen, all I know is Donald Trump called. We answered.
Donald Trump called. We answered.
Sounded like Donald to me. It was a great combo. He knew all about all the topics. I mean, he answered the questions legit. I don't know who I'm voting for. I don't know if I'll vote.
What are you, Ronnie? What are you, Ronnie from the Howard Stern show?
Dude, that's been the worst shit, bro, of all time.
Oh,
You weren't lying, bro, because I listened.
Dude, all week, bro. I honestly want to call in and be like, you guys are fucking jabronis.
You talking about Howard Stern?
Yeah, it's
I don't even know what you're talking about.
What's
terrible.
up?
I haven't listened to Howard Stern since you could watch Howard Stern,
Dude, I usually
like on
li-
E.
I listen
at
to it.
midnight.
I've listened to it for years and years. PZ's listened to it religiously way more than I have. But when COVID hit, it started to slowly fall off. But when the presidential debate hit, it's just like
It went from
it's
raunchy to
just the
political.
Joe Biden network,
Oh wow!
and it's just fuck Donald Trump, fuck this, and whatever, man. You're the biggest face in media. I get it, but I don't know. And then he's just got. I'm not going to sit here and talk about another show.
Let me tell you something though. When I was talking to the team from the White House earlier today, this is an exact quote. They told me that Donald Trump was so excited to be on the show today that he was more excited than he ever was appearing on the Stern Show when it was still a good radio show. All right? That's a quote
What a
from
compliment.
POTUS himself.
That's when he was banging Stormy Daniels. I
I
can't
mean,
believe him and Pence passed Kush.
Dude.
Can't believe Pence hits the Kush.
He's our cannabis candidate, it sounds like, man.
Even though he's against it to the people, he hits the Kush on the side. That's interesting.
Yeah, Biden smoking Kush, bro?
No, Pence.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Pence smoking Kush.
Yeah.
Dude, I just... Has your vote been swayed after that?
My vote's been made up.
All right, you're already made up, Scott.
Yeah.
Have you voted yet, Scott?
Oh, no, I haven't yet. I guess I'm gonna.
Are you going on site?
I didn't do the
you,
mail-in, so I guess I'm gonna go Tuesday.
Yeah.
Listen, man. You know when my vote was made up? I don't care if people say that I'm a piece of shit because I'm voting for Donald Trump.
Oh, you're gonna. This is an announcement.
And that's the problem with the election. That I see a lot of people on social media saying, if you're a Trump supporter, unfollow me, unfriend you. You're a piece of shit. But I'm not sitting here on the other side of the table saying if you vote for Biden, I think you're a piece of shit. And that's where I think it's wrong. But I'm going to lead into that saying I'm voting for Donald Trump. And the reason why is in the last debate, he said, you know why I'm running, Joe? You know why I'm running, Joe? Because I couldn't stand the way you ran the country. You and Barack Obama ran the country for 8 years. You had your chance to run this country, and you fucked it up.
Wow.
You've been a politician for 47 years. You've done nothing. All these promises you're saying, you've never delivered on, Joe. And I had to run to show the people that you're a crock of shit, and this is all a crock of shit, basically. And that's the truth, man, with politics. It's the lesser of two evils. Every election, I'm voting Trump, and if you want to hate on me for it, hate on. I'll never hate you. Nothing but love on my end.
All right, listen.
And that's the thing. Like, we shouldn't be hating. Nobody should be hating on anybody else's
agree with
political
this.
aspirations
Frank Knox
or
can
other
vote for
views.
anyone who wants. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Still my boy at the end of the day. There's been so much beef with this election.
There should not be hate.
The hatred from people that support Trump is uncalled for, bro. Right? Do you guys see that or no?
I had a guy today in the group chat. All right,
I saw that in the post, just going on rants, bro.
and people were, people had their thoughts about Trump, and that's fine. That was the whole point of the post. Let people say their opinion, but then he would attack back and attack people personally. That's where I said, listen, defend your side of the story any way you want, but don't attack members of our own community.
Yeah, man, that's my problem.
You know,
Scott, you've probably seen this being on dating apps. Look at me in the eye and tell me you've never seen a profile that said Trump supporters swipe left, which is
Oh yeah, no, I definitely have seen that. Yeah,
or like emoji for no Trump supporters.
But I don't know why.
I've seen an emoji for no Biden supporters.
Yeah, I don't get. They even put that as an option though, at least on Bumble under your profile, where you can put conservative.
Well, that's political views.
I would never fill it out. But
at
the end of the day, the hate's ridiculous. It shouldn't matter who the other person's voting for. And I get why some people feel like it's a personal thing if someone's voting a certain way. But if it's people who are friends or family, then,
And some people might just, when they choose their candidate, it might just be on one topic.
Listen, America was built on the freedom of speech, and if that's the route you want to take, fine, but you will never catch anyone from this show hating on whatever decision you make.
Yeah,
that's the
America
bottom line.
was built on that, but this city was built on rock and roll.
That's right. Hella weed. Hella fucking weed, that's for sure. But we don't allow that. So this, whatever your opinion is, we hope you guys had fun. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, positive vibes. No
That's
hatred.
right. We don't care who you're voting for. We just hope we see you guys next week.
Should
That's
have
all.
their own opinion, and that's the beauty of being an American. You have the right to vote. You have the right to share.
With so much
what you want to do, who you want to do it with.
Right. With so much drama coming on, and so much drama I've been seeing online for the past few weeks,
dude,
that I wanted to do this show today to steer away from all that and have fun. And I hope we accomplish that. That's all I could ask for. We're here to give you guys a good time, and that's all it is. We drank the tequila, we had some beers, we smoked the weed, we talked our favorite Halloween movies, we did sports, we did pro wrestling, we talked to POTUS. I mean, we did it all, baby. We had our first ever To Be Blunt Town Hall. There won't be another one for 4 years.
Yeah,
that's it.
It was good. It was a great time. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
That's it. Exactly.
And,
exactly.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you tune in next week.
Absolutely.
And you know
Hell
what
yeah.
time you got to tune in next week, PZ. Let them know.
That's right. You already know next week it's going down. Episode 67, same weed time. Same weed channel.